Hi, hello everyone, I'm Mimi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you 3 products from Maybelline. 2 are new and 1 isn't. So I'm going to be reviewing the Superstay Activewear 30-hour foundation, this one, and the new Superstay Activewear 30-hour concealer, which is this, plus the Superstay Full Coverage 16-hour wear powder. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'd love you to join me in my adventures with makeup, fashion, and hairstyling. And now, if you want to see more about these products, please keep watching. Let's start with the claims. And first, we're going to start with this foundation. So the Superstay Activewear foundation claims to be 30-hour wear, have a light as air feel, transfer resistant, water resistant, sweat resistant, a natural matte finish. It's supposed to be oil-free and will not clog pores, suitable for all skin types, and it's available in 29 shades. I have the shade 312, which is golden. It's a very thick foundation. It's creamy. It's very whipped, like whipped cream. And it's just different from the old version, which I didn't like at all. So that's this. That's the one product. The next one is new. It was just released, and this is the Superstay Activewear Concealer. It has the same claims as the foundation, plus it's supposed to wipe out dark circles and have a comfort wear curve flex tip to easily apply. It's available in 28 shades. The shade range on this is pretty odd. I have 2 medium shades, which are 27 and 30, and then the shade 42. And let me show you these shades because it's interesting. This is shade 27. Look how pale that is. Now the next shade up, which is shade 30, is still very pale. Do you see? Well, this one is more neutral. I'm not sure you can tell in this camera. This one's more yellow, more golden, more peach. And then the next shade, which is shade 42, is extremely dark. I mean, it's only a step up from shade 30, and it's not even in the same color category. Look at that. That's the difference. And these do darken just a tad as they dry down, but not enough to make up for that difference in color range. You'll see how I make up for this kind of big problem when you watch the application part of this video. And then lastly, I'm going to be reviewing the Superstay Full Coverage 16-hour wear powder, and this is the shade Natural Beige, and I got this in this shade because it's a powder foundation, and the directions say on the website that you can use it over the foundation, and I wanted to do that, but because it's a powder foundation, it's very pigmented, so I got the shade a shade lighter than I would have if I wasn't wearing this over foundation. So it wouldn't darken the color of the foundation with the extra pigment that this has in it. So the claims of this are 16-hour wear, matte finish, high pigment, full coverage, and can be used over foundation. It comes in 12 shades. Now, the next part of this video is application, so you can see how these apply. And that's that's what's coming up, is the foundation. So I have the Superstay Activewear 30-hour foundation, the new one, in the shade 312, which is golden right here. And this stuff is the perfect match for my skin. It's completely beautiful. I'm going to be applying it to only half of my face and to just half. Now, this foundation dries super quick. So if you're the kind of person that likes to dot foundation all over your face and then blend, this is going to set before you get it all blended. So you won't like this foundation. I like to apply this in small sections and blend. So I'm only going to do half of my face so you can see how well it covers. Okay, so this is half of my face done with the foundation. And as you can see, it covers beautifully. And it's also a beautiful color match. It's very yellow, it matches my neck. It's very, very pretty. It feels like absolutely nothing on your skin. And I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera, and I'll be back with the new concealer so you can see what that looks like. Okay, the concealer, I'm actually going to use 2 shades to conceal my under eyes. I'm going to use 42, which is this color. Let me swatch it on my hand. This is the darker shade. That's 42. And I'm going to mix in some of this shade, which is 30. Look at the difference in color between those 2 shades. I mean, that's unbelievable. This one gets really dark. This one's too dark for me, but yet this one's too light. And these 2 colors, this is the next step up. 42 is the next step up from 30. So that's weird. I mean, that's very, very odd. That Maybelline would go from so pale to so dark, especially since they have a perfect match for me in the foundation. So I'm going to apply those. I'm going to start with the lighter shade and then add in some of the darker shade. This is a beautiful concealer. If they would add some more shades in between those 2, it would be perfect because it's so lightweight. It doesn't crease. It feels like nothing on your skin, just like this foundation, and it covers beautifully. So and dot that on, and I'm only going to do one eye so that you can see the difference in how it covers. And that's the lighter shade. That's shade 30. And then this is shade 42. Because honestly, one is too dark and the other one is just way too light. The formula, however, is fantastic, and these 2 colors mixed are really good. On their own, it's not enough. And I'm going to do another layer, both colors. Just like the foundation, you have to work quickly with this because it does set really fast. Okay, so this is the after and this is the before, and look how well that covers dark circles. It's so beautiful. All they need to do is work on their color range, and this foundation, this concealer would be just my favorite ever. Okay, I'm gonna finish concealing the rest of my face off camera and I'll be back to talk about the powder. Okay, I'm back. This is what I look like with the foundation and concealer and the powder. I applied it with this brush. This is a very smooth powder, and I'm actually going to put a little more on my forehead while I film because I applied this off camera and I meant to apply it while filming. It's really a beautiful, smooth powder. The website says it's powder foundation, it's full coverage. I don't find it to be full coverage. I still think it's a very sheer powder, but it has a high pigment. And because of that, I got the shade Natural Beige, which is a shade lighter than suggested for my complexion, so that it won't make my foundation and concealer dark. Because I find that powders, if you're using the same color, have a tendency to darken your makeup, and that's not something I like. So I didn't set my neck, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then once I do that, I will be back to show you the rest of my makeup and my final look. Alright, so now that that's done, I will be back with the rest, with my final look. Okay everyone, I'm back with my final look and with some final thoughts. And honestly, I have worn the foundation for a few days and I love it. It does live up to some of its claims, and it kind of lives up to others. So is it long wear? Yes. Will it last for 30 hours? No. Is it lightweight? Yes. Is it sweat resistant, water resistant, and sweat resistant, water resistant, and transfer resistant to an extent. It really does control face oil. So I'm going to assume that those two claims hold up, the sweat resistant and the water resistance, because this does not melt off. Is it transfer resistant? It's more transfer resistant than most foundations. Will it come off on your mask? Yes. The concealer. The only thing that really gets me about this concealer is the fact that it does not have enough shades. It goes from an extremely pale shade to a shade that's dark, and there's no in between. That's kind of, there are 28 shades. I mean, they should have something in between those two. I'm pretty sure that that gap that I found isn't the only gap in colors in the concealer. So we'll see if they come out with more. If they come out with more, yes, I'd buy it because it's not cakey. It is buildable. It doesn't crease. It doesn't move. It feels lightweight. It feels like you absolutely have nothing on your face. So it's honestly, aside from the problem with color, my favorite, the powder. I love this powder. I love it. It's beautiful. The finish of it is beautiful. I mean, it applies smoothly. It controls face oil. It wears well. It doesn't look too dry. In fact, none of these look too dry. They look very natural matte, which I love. That's my 2 cents on the new Superstay Activewear Foundation, the new Superstay Activewear Concealer, plus the powder. I hope you like this review, and if you do, please, please, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you don't, give it a thumbs down and tell me how I can improve. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.